Hey guys, it's Issa. I'm sorry I can't make an intro saying, "Oh hey, my name is Twaimz," smiling, being all happy because, um, I'm not happy. There's actually a lot of reasons why I'm not genuinely happy, and I just feel like I haven't been myself lately, and I'm just tired of trying to be funny 24/7 because I can't do it. I can't sit in front of a camera and make you guys laugh 24/7 because it might be making you guys laugh and smile, but I have to think about myself also, and I'm not happy, and I'm sorry that I have to make this video, but I want to sit down for once and just talk to you about what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking of and what I've actually been thinking about for the past 3 nights, sleepless nights. I got 2 hours of sleep last night. So I just want to talk to you guys, and I have a lot of sad things that I want to say, but um, they're for a good reason. So 2 days ago, my grandpa passed away. He died at 88 years old, which was a very long life, and he died peacefully, so it was a lot easier to cope with. And personally, I can't cry over a death like that. It's just how I am. But what does make me cry is seeing other people cry over his death. That's when I begin to empathize, and that's what really breaks me down. There's just one specific thing that happened that just hasn't left my mind, and I just want to tell you guys, so I'm gonna tell you. So during the funeral, it came to the time where we could go up and we could say anything we wanted about my grandpa, and I personally, I could not go up. I could not say anything. I can't even talk to anyone at a funeral because I'm so numb to everything, and I just couldn't do it. But my sister went up and said something, and my cousin went up and said something, and I couldn't cry. I felt no emotion for it, and I don't know why. It just I didn't feel any connection to it whatsoever. And then one more person came up to talk. She was the last person to talk about my grandpa, and her name was Irene, and I'm not related to her whatsoever. No, not blood related at all. But she was my grandpa's neighbor, and she broke my heart completely, terribly. So Irene has been my grandpa's neighbor for how many years? I don't even know. I've known her for a very long time, and she basically lived right across the street from my grandpa in different apartment complexes, and my grandpa was basically like her father. Irene, she grew up in a foster home, and she never had a true family. She didn't feel loved, and she didn't feel loved, and she felt like for the first time, two people actually really loved her, my grandpa and my grandma. And she began talking about how every single Christmas she would put up these lights in her house. And I'm sorry. She would put up these Christmas lights in her house. And my grandpa would my grandpa would call her and be like, "Irene, you didn't turn on the lights." I'm so sorry. Um, but because directly from his house he could see Irene's living room and all of her beautiful Christmas lights, and that's what made them happy. They didn't even want Christmas lights in their own house. They just wanted to see her lights. And then Irene would say, "I'm so sorry. I'll turn them on right now. I promise I'll do it because I love you." And every single Christmas she would do the same thing over and over again, just put those lights on for them because, just little just little things like that made their Christmas. And the fact that she wasn't even family, it kills my heart because she grew up in a foster family and no one really loved her but them. There's so much more to her, and she she would always tell my grandpa, like, I can't find a job. What do I do? Because, it was hard for her to make money and she couldn't find a job. And my grandpa would be like, you know what, Irene, just listen to me. It's gonna happen one day. You're gonna find a job and you're gonna be happy. And I'm always here for you. And she ended her story with the fact that she used to wake up every single morning, and when she looked outside of her window, she would see my grandpa. Every single morning, they would look at each other and they would realize that they have each other. And then, he passed away. And then she said that there will never be another time where she wakes up and sees him from across the street. And that fucking sucks. It breaks my heart. And at that point at the funeral, tears just down my face. I'm so numb to it right now. I can't even imagine him being gone. I can't imagine something like that happening. Like, it doesn't seem real at all, and it is. And just the fact that she has no family but us, it breaks my heart, because I do have my mom, my dad, and my sister, and to imagine myself being alone and attaching myself to people that aren't even related to me, and then just losing them out of nowhere, I can't live like that. And I don't know how she's coping with that. But that story, just that alone, anything about that, has made me think about every single little part of my life. It's made me think about my future, my job, future videos I need to make myself happy. And I can't think of one thing that's making me happy. I can think of small little things that put a smile on my face, like my dog, seeing like tweets from you guys and comments and just support from you guys. That makes me smile a lot. But at the end of the day, how many of those smiles are turning into genuine happiness? And I really can't tell you. But why I told this fucking depressing story today, is to tell you guys that it's okay to be sad. You can be as sad as you feel. And when people say, oh, like, stay positive, smile, just be happy, that's fucking bullshit. It's such bullshit. Just put a smile on your face, because that'll make you happy. That is completely idiotic and insane. You can't just put a smile on your face and make yourself think that you're happy, because that is not healthy at all. If you're feeling so emotional to the point where you don't know what to do, I consider that a good thing. I really do. And I'm considering me talking to you guys about my sadness such a good thing, because I'm being real. And at the end of the day, you guys are going to take away from this video and that story. Sadness, it brings so much negativity into your life. But at one point, that sadness, it's going to make you think about something bigger than your sadness. It's going to give you some kind of light, some kind of message, some kind of moral that you would have never had if you were happy. And I think that is so important. Because I know a lot of you guys go through depression, and I don't have depression. It's because depression is, people are diagnosed with it, and I know a lot of you guys go through it, and people tell you be happy, and I want to tell you don't. You don't always have to be happy, and if you want to cry your fucking eyes out. Do it. Because something good is going to come out of it one day. I completely promise you. Because from my sadness right now, from me almost tearing up, did I cry in this? I really hope I didn't. I probably did. I don't know. Because I experienced those sad emotions, I came here and I told you guys this story, and I'm making this video for you. So I hope you take away from it, and I just want you guys to know that if you force yourself to be happy, you are not being yourself. You're being a completely different person. If you act like you're that happy person, it's gonna mess with your head, and you're not gonna know who you are, because I know I've done that so many times. I've made so many videos acting like I was so funny and happy and fucking crazy, fucking dancing, doing llama shit, I don't know. And at the end of the day, when I turned the camera off, I went from a smile like this to a face like this, and I know that's not what you guys want to hear, but it's the truth. And I know for a fact that the first video that has made me genuinely happy that I made is the Crush song, and the reason that it made me so happy is because it was a really catchy and funny song, but right at the end, it's a complete full circle, and it gives such a positive message to you guys to, you know, just love yourself before you love someone else, and just always love yourself. I just want you guys to love yourself so much, but I don't want you to fake happiness, and I don't want to fake my happiness, and that's why I'm making this video, and I love you guys, and I just, Irene, if you're watching this, you're probably not, I love you, and you're always, you're my family, you're always my family, and my dad is your family, and my mom is your family, and you're our family, and, you know, my grandpa might be gone, and my grandma might be gone, but I just come over for dinner, watch TV with us, you know, you can put on Christmas lights for us, and, that'll make us happy, and it'll make you happy too, and I love you, and I'm so sorry, and I've never felt so bad for someone in my whole life, and I know that you struggle so much with finding a job, and your past, and it breaks my heart. I don't know how you're feeling. I can't imagine what you're going through, but I love you, and you're always family, and for anyone who has experienced anything similar to this, I'm giving you a hug right now. I love you. But yeah, so just to end this video, I have some pointers that I want you guys to take away from this video. I just want you to remember, so I'm gonna read them now. 1. Always put yourself before others. Think about your life before you put your life into someone else's hands. Love yourself before you love someone else. It's not selfish, it's self-conscious. 2. You don't always have to be happy. Happiness is a raw feeling and you can't mimic it. If you're sad, feel sad. Cry your eyes out, because despite the bad that comes out of it, there's always the good that you would have never truly seen if you were constantly happy. This is 3. 3 is a little more off topic, but it's specific to my happiness and it could be specific to yours. 3. We are all human. We are all people that have brains. We are all people that make mistakes. Never should a person feel less human than another. There are a lot of people in this world that dehumanize and devalue each other, especially from preferences of sexuality, people of color, and especially women of color. No one is less human than another. No one should be considered unique because of their sexuality. It's normal to love someone, no matter if it's the same sex or the opposite. It should all be normal. In today's world, being straight is considered normal. It shouldn't. Past generations have taught the next generation that straight is okay and gay isn't. And while that has been passed down to a generation like us, it isn't too late to re-educate yourselves and look at life through a different light. The more we're educated, the more our future generations will become more accepting of their future children, and the less depression from self-unacceptance will exist. If you are gay, bisexual, or genderqueer, whatever it may be, you do not have to come out. You do not have to say the words, "I'm gay," to anyone. You shouldn't have to. It should be normal, to the point where people don't even have to question you. It's a normal fact of life. Never feel the need. You can be open or you can be secretive. No matter what, it's your life, and you should never feel bad for who you are. I love you guys. Bye.